Hello together. Today I would like to show you how to generate an employment contract with Centric Document Builder as a deep integration in SuccessFactors. First of all, I'm logged in with Tessa Walker and she's a recruiter. So let's navigate through the SuccessFactors modules here into the recruiting module. We find here a job requisition, a senior project manager, and we find already 13 candidates for that job requisition, and we have already pre-selected and see that 5 applicants are already in the offer status. Let's select Annalisa Winter here in this case, and we see currently there's no contract document generated or attached, and we would like to change that with Centric Document Builder. So let me open Centric Document Builder in a second tab in my browser. And before actually going into the details of the employment contract generation, I would like to show here that we previously initiated a so-called offer approval workflow. So all the relevant values are here already predefined and pre-approved in a SuccessFactors approval workflow. So we will find here some dynamic elements which are of course relevant for the employment contract generation. So let's navigate to the Centric Document Builder, and we see here many templates which are available for my user. And I would like to filter now for English language templates, and maybe I would like to filter for the tag contract. And if I need to, I still can directly search for templates. Here we find the relevant template for our use case right now. And we see on the left side a couple of placeholders which need to be populated now. Especially we see the values for from the job requisition or the candidate profile, and we see some dynamic text elements. And we can see these here highlighted in yellow in the actual Word-based template. So everybody who's able or capable of working with Microsoft Word is able to actually set up and create a template in this Centric Document Builder here. So now let us directly search in the applicants for Annalisa. And we see here 2 applications of her, but we would like to hire her for the senior project manager role. And now all data are taken over into the document template, so the placeholders are populated, and we already find our finished employment contract, and we see here all the dynamic text elements which are actually mapped to the previously approved elements here. For example, that Annalisa will receive a company car, she primarily works in the office, and it's a temporary contract. All these dynamic elements are mapped to the text modules here in this case. So we see that in this case, Jenny Ding is the local HR, Sarah König is the hiring manager, and Annalisa, of course, is the candidate. And if you need to change something, you can always do by just searching in SuccessFactors for the correct user who needs to sign, and so therefore you can interact with the workflow. Just refresh once, and we will find now Anya Singh as the local HR for signature. So let's now send it to Anya for approval and the first signature. So we can close that window right now and go back to SuccessFactors homepage. And now I will proxy myself to become Anya to actually review that document, because the workflow is now in her task app. Of course, we can send out email notifications, but we will find here on the homepage of Anya already her Centric task app, receiving that workflow. And now we need to approve that contract. So we can click on that document to actually see the preview for evaluation. We could make changes and upload the changed version so that we apply these changes and directly work in that signature workflow with the changed version. In this case, let's approve the document. So I'm moving to the lower right corner, approve here, and the action is executed. Now I would like to log in to a different account by choosing a different profile in my browser, and I become Sarah König now, and she's the hiring manager who needs to sign the contract. So I will log in to SuccessFactors and choose again the task app of Centric. Again, Sarah can be notified via email, and we find here our work item, the contract generation process of Annalisa, and we would like to directly sign it with a DocuSign. And we can find all relevant information here, and now sign it, press finish, and then the process now goes again to Anya for signature. So let me close that window here, and I go to Anya's task app, changing again the role. Now we are local HR, and we sign the contract here as well. Press finish again, and now the process goes to Annalisa. She's the candidate, and she now, of course, needs to sign the contract as well. And as she has no SuccessFactors user, she will be notified via email address. Let me just take over the relevant email notification into the screen here. So we can see here that Annalisa actually receives an access code and a button to sign the contract. And of course, this email can be designed in a corporate identity of each customer individually. Copy paste that access code. And again, here we can now sign the contract, but now from the point of view of Annalisa, she sees that already the two managers have signed. So I press finish again, and we can close the window. And now let's wait a bit for the actual document to arrive. So the workflow now uploads the finalized contract into the candidate profile of Annalisa directly in the attachments of the SuccessFactors recruiting module. So currently we see here 0 documents attached, and this can take up to 1 minute, and then the document will arrive in this case. During the waiting time, let me just open a second tab, and we can go to the Centric Document Builder module again for actually the document template management, and we can have a look how to configure these contract template we just used. So here you can see the template is actually a docx file format, so just Microsoft Word standard. When uploading a template, we can work with versioning, and a version can be planned in the future. And then watermarks can be added, mandatory attachments can be added, master templates can be added, which is basically a varying letterhead based on SuccessFactors organizational objects for the serial letter creation or mail merge. Queries can be predefined for definition of the receiver list, so you can filter and have favorites based on filters. With actions, we can actually map processes like we had here, send to local HR, so we can configure processes in a different app and actually link these processes to a template, so each process can be reused for multiple templates. We find all the placeholders being used in the system, and we find the placeholders here for the applicant, for example, like the hire date, the first name, and so on and so forth. So you can actually really easily work with these placeholders just by copy paste these and now paste them into the Word template. And all the text blocks and dynamic text element will be managed in that Manage Text Blocks app. Okay, so that's basically the configuration user interface. Let's navigate back to the actual candidate here, do a refresh and see if the document has arrived. And yes, we have one document attached right now. We see it here and we see it here in the document section where we have other documents as well. And we find here the finalized contract of Annalisa Winter.